Hello, Star Wars Galaxy of Hero players. This is Anditesh Ordo. Today I'm going to be doing my predictions video again. I'm going to redo it because there's been kind of a change with what's going on. So, my original predictions for from January to May were the faction pass in January was going to be Bounty Hunters, February was going to be Empire, March was going to be Separatists, April they were going to have Mandalorians, and then May, of course, is the Han Solo movie. So, but because we've only gotten one character in December, and they were working on a few other things between like territory wars, territory battles, a few of those different little updates that we got, we did not get the multitude of First Order and Resistance characters. So the first of the month, my predictions are, like, I still kind of have a prediction that they could still go similar to my previous predictions video, but this is going to be my current updated one because they kind of did this last year, or early at the beginning of this year, because this is still in December. Whoops, this is still in December. But for the most part, they had it to where they had like November, December, and January where they released different First Order characters, and they dropped it all completely after that. They released, Rogue One characters for Empire and Republic, or Rebels. So we got a ton of Rebels, and then at the end, like in January, we got 2 Empire characters, and then we got also the ships around those times, and that was really it. We got 2 U-Wings. So, yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. So January, my new prediction is going to be that January is going to be definitely filled with Star Wars Episode 8 characters. Maybe some nod off to Episode 7 characters completing. Like, we still haven't seen Maz or Hux, but I'm sure those 2 will come in. Hux makes sense to be a fleet commander. Of course, they still need a few more First Order ships, which can come in due time with coming out of Episode 9, when that comes out in 2019. So until then, excuse me, we got First Order and Resistance characters. Maz. I'm also predicting that Maz will be part of it. I just hope that she's not part of the Resistance, and I hope she's just a scoundrel like the 2 veterans were. That's all she needs to be, is just a scoundrel. Because she kind of acts like she's a scoundrel anyway. She has her own little castle, and a lot of scoundrels tend to show up there, so it kind of makes sense. I think it'd be kind of cool to see, similarly, the version of Episode 8, Maz Kanata, where she's like, has a jetpack, she has a rifle, a blaster rifle, maybe an ability that pulls out a blaster pistol. But outside of that, I think that'd be kind of a cool character to add into the game. So that's January. February, of course, obviously, these are just predictions because they could change one of these months to be another quality of life update. And that was great, at the beginning of this year, that we had like an amazing quality of life update. But I still feel like sometime at the beginning of the year, we're going to be getting these 2 factions because of the Dark Side territory battle. And so here they are. And the second, February is now going to be, I kind of did move these down a little bit, but February is going to be definitely Bounty Hunters for sure. So yeah, we're looking into Bounty Hunters. There's quite a few Bounty Hunters that could be added. There's quite a few Bounty Hunter ships that could be added still. Like, there could even be a Bounty Hunter Asajj Ventress added in. Not that I'd want to see that right now. Like, I want to see other Bounty Hunters added in. Jango Fett, Ambo. Ambo needs to be the tank, obviously. Maybe a young Boba Fett. Racco Hardeen. Bosk. Forloom. Zuckuss. Where they need to rework. I still feel like they could rework Boba Fett a little bit, just as leadership. Taking away the thermal detonator parts. And I know he likes disintegrations, but I feel like thermal detonators would be great on like Bosch as a leadership that works with thermal detonators, and they could rework thermal detonators a little bit. They really need to rework. The whole faction needs to be reworked that's currently in the game, but again, adding the few characters I suggested into the game would really help change you know, the playstyle. Also, when boss comes into the game, he should also get a ship. So his marquee event would unlock him and his ship. Just saves time, you know. You don't need to make multiple marquee events if you're going to release, you know, 4 Loom Zuckuss. Those two could be together. They could release maybe Dengar and IG-88 ships so that they can at least have ships into the game. You know, we could release Embo and a few other characters. So, you know, there's quite a few. And then Jango Fett, I still feel like Jango Fett and his ship, or at least Jango Fett should be a legendary character, and you need bounty hunters and or scoundrels to unlock him. Some people think clones, but I feel like I would rather use clones to unlock a specific Separatist or Galactic Republic character. Like maybe the legendary event is Gregor, and you know, you need clones to unlock Gregor. Then I'd have to really start working on my clones, because Gregor would be a really amazing character to add in. So, that is Bounty Hunters for February. Even though the beginning of this year, February, was Sith, so who knows, we might see some more Sith eventually. I would like to see like a good, not 3 Sith, but like 5 to 7 Sith added to the game. Maybe a couple of variations of Maul, and whatnot. So, but that's a subject for another time. So, March, I want to see Galactic Republic rework. There's a lot of Galactic Republic characters that could still use a rework. I still feel like the Imperial Troopers are not up to par where they could be, like with Phoenix or Rogue One characters. So, you know, I would like to see those characters reworked. Director Krennic still needs a Zeta. I don't know why his unique is not Zeta'd. Easily can be Zeta'd for sure. He could even, you know, have a slight nod off to the fact, you know, his unique could also be shared to not just Death Troopers, but maybe Imperial Troopers. Something of that nature. But for the most part, yeah, you know, the Galactic Empire still needs a lot. Emperor Palpatine. He does not have a single Zeta. He still needs a Zeta, so easily reworking him, reworking the Royal Guard to actually kind of work in tandem with Palpatine. So yeah, those are, you know, some characters that definitely need some rework. I'm still kind of predicting that the Empire will be for sure a faction within the next 2 to 4 months, and, you know, around March seems like a good time. The reason why I want Bounty Hunters first, or a lot of people would like Bounty Hunters first, is because Bounty Hunters only has 6 characters. And with the recent, you know, inclusion to different battles in Darkside Territory battles, it would be kind of nice to have Bounty Hunters reworked, so we can actually use Bounty Hunters towards, or for, you know, these missions. But like right now, like my Boba Fett and IG-88 are my 2 best bounty hunters. All the other ones just, I'm slowly working on farming for like Dengar and Zam, but right now I'm trying to keep my crystals for like ships and other characters and maybe some gear from like the stores that they're in, unless they decide to add them into other stores as well. That'd be kind of nice. But for the most part, yeah, Galactic Empire still needs rework, and I hope we see that in this time. April, I still feel like would be a great time for Separatists. Between the Geonosians, Geonosians, droids, and just Separatists in general. Because you got Separatists, you got like Dooku's leadership still needs to, you know, work with Separatists. Asajj Ventress could also have her ability work with Separatists, so that she's not just a leader for Night Sister, she's also a leader for Separatists. Even though I know some people will try to build a Separatist Night Sister combo team, and that's fine. Yeah, either have Mother Talzin or Old Doc in a spot, and then the rest Separatist. Yeah, Newt Gunray, he still needs to be reworked. Like, he has a, you know, a decent leadership, because there's some people that have been pulling off his leadership really well. For you know, a Galactic Arena and stuff, like they use like Night Sister Zombie, Night Sister Acolyte, the Archer, the one that goes in stealth, R2, Newt Gunray, and like Leia or something like that configuration, and all you're doing is throwing stealth around, stuff like that. So it's a really interesting team I've seen, but for the most part, it could. Newt Gunray definitely needs to synergize with Separatists just as well. I'm sure they'll add another Separatist leader or two. I still feel like General Kalani would be a great add-in, being a droid, super tactical droid. So maybe we'll have him like cleanse and do a few other things for droids and be a viable droid leader. Of course, during this time, I hope they also, rework HK-47. I've seen some forum posts that when I was able to get on the forums, said that HK wasn't a very good contender for a rework. I still say he could be. He still needs a Zeta. His Meatbag Mayhem could be upgraded where it throws days on certain characters and maybe the percentage of negative status effects go up. So it just makes him a more viable, usable character. So, there's a lot of thoughts on how to make HK-47 work. And honestly, let me know in the comments below what you think, how you think HK-47 could work to make him a very viable droid leader. And honestly, I would like to see this in a weird way, but I feel like HK-47 could, I feel like he's not a support. I feel like he's an attacker. Because if you hear the stories of HK-47 in KOTOR 1 and 2, he acts like he's more of a stealth, speedy attacker. Of course, we get a supportive character. Like, he's still really good, but I feel like he needs to be better. So HK-47, during this time, they could have it set up for Separatists /droids/Geonosians, rework right there. Unless they decide to pull Geonosians out of that equation, rework the Geonosians they have, but, have a month where they add like 2-3 Geonosians in and have a Geonosian month. That'd be fine too. So, but yeah, that is April. And then, of course, finally we have May. Obviously, May is going to be set up for, the Han Solo movie. I personally think Han Solo movie should only be 1 month, because it's not as big as Rogue One or episode 7 or 8. I feel like some of these movies could be like just a 1 month, add a few characters. That's all we need. Like, I don't see us needing another Han Solo, to be honest. We don't really need to see another Han Solo. Han Solo fits the bill because we got Han Solo, we got Stormtrooper Han for episode 4. We got Captain Han Solo for episode 5. Han Solo kind of acts like the Han Solo for episode 6. Then we got the veteran Han Solo for episode 7. So I feel like we got enough Han Solos in the game. I'm sure they'll probably add one more in the future, but right now I feel like, maybe General Han Solo or whatever. But for the most part, I feel like we have enough Han Solos. Now, for, maybe adding a Chewbacca into the game, that would be great. I still feel like we still need that type of character added in the game. I still feel like Chewbacca and a Millennium Falcon episode 4 should be added into the raid that Han Solo is from. But, I can only wish and hope that they do that. Because that would give us some more more reasons to, do the heroic raid. But yeah, that's episode, that's Han Solo and all. And it sounds like Lando's going to be in the movie, so I'm okay with seeing a new Lando. A non-rebel Lando, so just a scoundrel. A light side Lando Calrissian. Or a young Lando Calrissian. And whatever new characters that come out of this movie, adding them into the game makes, sense. Kind of pushing and motivating this movie. So, but yeah, that is my thoughts from now until May. Now I say, because the end of December, there's no more updates, so starting, at the beginning of next week is the 1st, so for probably the 2nd or 3rd, we'll probably maybe see some new character kits released, so we'll wait and see until then. But again, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What do you guys predict for the next few months? Will we get to see Empire? Will we get to see Bounty Hunters reworked? Will we get Separatists maybe? Or will we actually get more Rebels, which we don't like? We have enough Rebels. Like, I'm okay with getting Jedi over Rebels. Because a lot of the times they talk more and more about Jedi. There's a lot of Jedi that could still be added into the game. But I feel like But me personally, I feel like having like 4 months in a row of dark side characters, maybe a light side character here and there, like next month being Resistance and First Order, but having some more light side or dark side characters to really catch us up, like Empire could be caught up to the Rebels, you know, just bounty hunters added into the game. Separatists need to be caught up. I know, you know, there's probably, well, there's definitely more Galactic Republic than Separatists, but still, we need to, you know, kind of work on both those factions a bit. But for the most part, feeling like we need more Separatists is really key to helping out the game be a little more, you know, successful for the dark side, because the light side is just running rampant. So, but yeah, again, thanks for watching, and you guys have a wonderful day. I really appreciate it.